God, I thought I got deleted. Oh man. Alright, let's go to the. It's going to be a lot of responses to PragerU. Free videos, free minds. Disagree. Oh, whoops. I don't want to go to that one. I don't care enough. What's an e-girl? Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired. Wow, they have so many things on here. Wow, there's just so much here. Not enough for me to want, like, there's not enough, like... Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Is white privilege real? Oh, God. This is gonna be a train wreck, isn't it? Alright, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's do this. Skip. Definitely don't want to watch that. Gross. Alright, is white privilege real? I'm sorry. I just think that's funny. White privilege. Of course it's real. What are you talking about? Yeah, come on.
What's up, guys? This is Wilby with PragerU, and welcome to beautiful Florida. Today we're talking to people about white privilege and whether or not they think it's real. Let's do it. And guys, before we get started, make sure you subscribe and hit that...
Hold on. Wait. That got really distorted really quickly. No, let's do 720.
that bell button so that you never miss a new video here on YouTube. So you heard of white privilege before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you think white privilege is a pretty real, significant thing?
Yeah, I think it's definitely real.
Yes, I definitely think there is discrimination in society now.
I mean, there's some stuff that I look at and it makes it seem like it's legit. I don't know, though.
When you just think about everything as a whole and then society and just different ways, different situations play out for different people, compare the two situations, it's pretty obvious. There's no denying it.
Just throughout, even housing, education, it's everywhere.
I mean, I think there are some things that some minorities may not have, like certain resources they won't always have.
Okay, hold on. I have a real beef with all these right-wing videos. Why is it always college campuses? Is this like, does anyone else think this? I always want to know. I think I know the answer, but I don't know for sure. I want to know why they go to college campuses. Why? Can you not talk to actual people? Everyday people who aren't in college or who never went to college? Why is college? Why are right-wing figures always obsessed with college and what happens on the campus? I never understood that, to be quite honest with you. I
have access to.
What about white people that don't have those resources too?
That also happens, but minorities, it probably might be more common than white people.
Why would you say that?
Different statistics that I've looked at and sources.
Cool.
I mean, there's absolutely things that you get advantages with if you're white, but as far as affirmative action and institutional, there's such massive advantages you get when it comes to non-white privilege.
I think there are certain instances of black privilege as well.
And to an extent, yeah. Certain situations, yeah, I agree.
I got a 33 on my ACT. If I went to Stanford with that, and I was a Native American, I would be getting a full ride scholarship right now. But
Yeah, they don't have like the straight white male scholarships that you have for all the other minorities and
actually,
everything.
Mark Cuban tried to come up with one of those, and people called him racist for that.
Do you think that, like me as a white guy, I have more privileges than you as a Latina?
I've never experienced any like disadvantages really, personally. So
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's like a lot of people will talk about white privilege as if it's like a really big deal, but then haven't actually experienced any instances of it.
Yeah.
What resources do you think minorities don't have that white people have?
Like certain access to stuff like
I have white privilege. I am Hispanic, but my name is very white. I talk white. I carry myself as a white person, even though I do have brown skin. I have a lot of privilege as well. I don't. I have experienced very little racism, but racism nonetheless. Just because I haven't, like, okay, I can say this because I'm Hispanic. She would pass as white. Her hair isn't super dark, kind of light, with little highlights in it. Let me move a little bit. No, whoa. Moving the wrong thing. I'm trying to move myself. Oh my god. I hate this so much. Oh, nice. I do have chat on screen. So she can definitely pass as white, very light skin. I have lighter skin than most. It's darker than hers, but still light, right? She could definitely pass as a white female, which she probably does. Like if you did, like I thought she was white. I didn't know she was Latina at all. So it's just one of those things, man. I'm sorry, it's loading, so you won't be able to hear it.
As if it's like a really big deal, but then haven't actually experienced any instances of it. What resources do you think minorities don't have that white people have?
like certain access to stuff like laptops in school and stuff.
Alex, you're Mexican. You have a laptop?
I do.
Your family have a laptop?
They do.
What do you think about the concept of white
That
privilege?
means nothing.
I think it's kind of ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it makes any sense.
We're all aware that, like, there's absolutely been oppression in, like, the last 50 years, and there's still oppression today. Like, there's no doubt that there's still oppression today. But the term white privilege is used broadly for, like, an incredible amount of things that don't necessarily apply.
There's a million different things between the average white person and the average...
Citation needed. Like what? Like what?
Black or Latino, Hispanic, whatever, insert race here person, other than the color of their skin. So you have to take those factors into account as well.
Depends on the background where you come up and raised from, and just, you know, you're walking through life, different people you meet, different opportunities you have that I may not have, different opportunities I may not have that I may have that you may not, you know.
It's just blatantly racist if you ask me, to look at a person and say the only reason where you got where you at is because you were born a certain way.
It's more about what you can do and less about what your predisposition should allow you to do. And that's, I think, the most important thing for people to recognize is, yeah, there are white privileges, but there's also Asian American privileges, there's also black privileges, but more importantly, it's socioeconomic privileges.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, share with your friends. Comment your thoughts down below. Follow me and PragerU on social media. Remember to text the word PragerU to 64600 so you never miss a video.
Why would I ever want to text you people? God, this video is stupid. Like, they always cut it up to make it really seem like everyone agrees with them, even though I'm sure he got real quiet for a little bit. Let's read some comments, we'll get out of here, alright? Quote, it's blatantly racist if you ask me to say a person that the reason the guy was born a certain way. It's not that you're born a certain way, it's just that, you know, white. The biggest privilege is growing up in a 2-parent household, dude. Fuck you. Whoever this person is, I hope you die. I'm just kidding. In Minecraft. Please don't kick me off YouTube. The black guy in the blue shirt and the white guy in the gray shirts are far and away the most intelligent you talk to in the video. Wow. Can I give a hug to the tall black brother who dropped the truth bombs? Really? A Dominican woman at my job said, I was trying to be white when she overheard I recently bought a house. It is so weird how baked in it is. What? I've never heard this before. What? I was trying to be white when she overheard I recently bought a house? Whoever... You need to buy a house. What? The harder I work, the more privileged I got, and a clean rap sheet has sent my privilege through the roof. The harder I worked, the more privileged I got. This dude's definitely white. Like, there's no way that he's not white. My father was so poor, my grandma had to strain the mosquito larvae from their water before they could wash themselves. Mom had to bathe in a bucket using her older sister's recycled bath water. There's no such thing as white privilege, only those who hate white people and want to blame them for everything. Nice. Good job. When my daughter was applying for colleges, I was looking through the scholarship requirements. Let me say there is nothing, and I mean nothing for the middle to lower income white guy. That's for everybody, though. There's nothing for anybody who's in this. You have to be smart. You know that, right? You have to be smart to get into college, dude. Tall black man, quote, without a mask. Without a mask is an inspiration to us all. Why is that in quotes? Why is the without a mask in quotes? The only privilege I see is for politicians and the rich. Sometimes they are one and the same. Yeah, exactly. That's the only one you see because you don't understand. White privilege is about as real as the boogeyman. Well, I mean, if you're saying the boogeyman's real, then yeah, you know what? I agree. I think you have an American privilege for living in a free country. I wish my country went on that direction. Greeting from Chile. Okay. I mean, yeah. Americans definitely have more privilege than most countries. I'll agree to that. I'm a white man who graduated 5th out of... What? I'm a white man who graduated 5th out of 325 students in my senior class high school back in 1979. I have minority friends who got full ride scholarships. My volunteering maybe. Extracurricular activities and academics were superior to those friends, but I did not get a full ride scholarship. I wasn't thinking of it in such terms at the time, but now I can see I was a victim of minority privilege. Are you sure? Usually, oh God, I don't even know how to. Minority privilege is systemic. Sorry, I'm tired. Wrong, I guess. I don't know. It depends on what school they went to, I guess. But also, what school were you trying to get into that you didn't get a full ride scholarship? That's what I want to know. Having a father is a privilege who stayed. What? Having a father is a privilege who stayed in the family as provider, no matter how much you hated him. And that father, if he tried to teach his children something good, that's cherry on top. Literally all these comments, not all of them, but a lot of them are about, having a father. You realize black people have fathers, right? Like, black kids grow up with fathers. The kid in the restaurant was probably thinking, why did I say laptops? Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know why he said laptops. Well, he said laptops in schools. So laptops in schools, not just laptops in general. White privilege only exists for those who want... White privilege only exists for those that want an excuse for not succeeding. Regardless of how hard things get and how hard I work, I don't ever tell this Mexican I succeeded because of my race. instead of my hard work. What? Regardless of how hard things get and how hard I work. Oh, don't ever tell. Okay, well, that's one thing. I mean, if you're Mexican, obviously, and you work really hard, then yeah, you will succeed because of your hard work. But usually, well, it's not even about succeeding. It's more about just little things. Like, it's not even like huge things, like going to college. I love how you can tell what people are going to say by whether they are wearing a mask or not. That sounds stupid. I like the way Will doesn't get into an argument with the people he is interviewing, but listens patiently as he encourages people to actually have a conversation about these kinds of topics without getting tense or escalated. Alex, your Mexican had me laughing. Why? Was that a joke? That was a really bad joke, if it was. The biggest privilege I had in life was having parents who taught me to love the Lord. Your parents failed you. Your parents failed you. All white people in history were privileged. Where was that said? I need a timestamp for that because I did not hear that at all. 75% of my college students were black when I taught. 100% of them had laptops. In fact, it became problematic in school because they were doing other things besides following the lectures. Yeah, that's how most kids are, especially in college. Socioeconomic privileges is what I've been saying my entire life. I was born without much and did not have a computer when I was in high school, even though my peers all did. I did not have the internet, even though our teachers expected it. I'm old, but not that old. I graduated in 2001, and we definitely had internet available. But even then, there were ways to go to the library, access things at school. It was harder. I worked a lot in high school to help pay for things, but I was still able to find my way through the world and make a better future for myself. I was denied many scholarships because I was white. Why were you denied scholarships because you were white? I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true at all, Dana. I was kept from jobs because I was not Hispanic or Latino or Latinx. It just replaces the O. It's not like that. Or whatever the name is for it now. Jesus Christ, I'm not reading the whole thing. Oh, God. Let's see. I'm a product of a divorced household, grew up with a strict and sometimes abusive father whose only concern was his social life. At times, no food in the house. Eventually, our home life turned around. Then, when I went out on my own, I got married, got divorced, and moved across the country. Subsisted on tuna sandwiches and ramen noodles. Sorry, I cannot say ramen. It's ramen. I eventually moved back to my home state, found solid work, now have a 6-figure salary. What part of my life was influenced by the color of my skin? It's not that. It's not any of that. God, people are stupid, dude. Like, it's little things. Like, Flando Castile out in Minnesota. I know it's a few years ago, but it stays in my mind a lot. So, he got stopped by the cops, and he told the cop that he had a gun in his... I think he said he had a gun in his glove box. And so, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to tell the cop, if you have a gun on you, tell them you have a gun on you, okay? So they know, right? And then, he asked to... or the cop asked him, if he could see his license. He said, well, it's in my pocket, can I get it? And then he's like, yeah. So he went to go get it, and instead of waiting for him to get it, the cop just shoots him. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, one day, we were coming back from... this is an anecdote, but I think it holds up. So, the... we were coming back from Michigan Adventures a couple years ago, and my mom forgot to... Well, she had her seatbelt on, right? And... obviously, she had a seatbelt on. And so we get pulled over because the cop thought that she didn't have it on. Well, she actually took it off just in case she would want to get out of the car. Like is that like the cop said just to have your seatbelt on, she put it back on, and we went. It's very simple stuff like that. I don't know. Stupid. Woke white people. If you are black, you are being constantly discriminated. Black dude, actually, I'm not. Woke white people. Yes, you are. I'm no better than your own experience. Well, again, it's socioeconomic, so it really depends on where you grow up in, you know. Gotta love Florida? Yeah, dude, fuck Florida. Don't know why everyone hates the rich. They're rich for a reason. Well, because there's people starving in Alabama. I don't hear the conversations. The mask outdoors is all I need to see. Really, really. Idiots. 110. Will. Why would you say that? Guy in red shirt. Different statistics and sources I've looked at. Cool. Yeah, like he doesn't believe in statistics. Yeah, it's all cool. Shaggy hair guy with shades and tall black dude give me hope. So when I hear irrational people, this guy nearly killed me. He had to stop and think about what he was gonna say. Such basic responses. I'm waiting for the guy's stats. Is privilege real? Yes. Everyone's privileged in one way or another. Some may be privileged, maybe more privileged than another. The poorest in America are privileged over the poorest in Afghanistan. Are those with white skin privilege? Yes, it depends, but so is everyone else. So why does skin have to do with anything on the left? What does skin have to do with anything on the... She spelled do wrong. Or they spelled do wrong. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. What does skin have to do with anything on the left? It's a power grab? It's a power grab? Is that a question? An elevation of their irrational worldviews? A Marxist tactic to pit humans with different colored skin against each other? To get someone to side with the left's insanity? Is that not a question? Is that a statement? What is this? Oh, I'm so confused. Let's read a couple more and we'll get out of here. I like that you let them give views. They seem open to consider what they've heard, personal experiences. Good job, all. I mean, I guess to a point, sure. LOL, crazy how every time I watch these videos, the ones who actually drop knowledge are the ones without a mask. Why is the mask so important? Is white privilege real? I would give you my honest reaction, but laughing in someone's face is extremely rude, so I won't. Good to see some skepticism from some of the folks interviewed. Will look so much happier in Florida. Subscribe so we can move there. Yes? Socioeconomics privilege, yes, true. But not true in the way you're thinking. Maybe real privilege is growing up in a family where mom and dad love each other. Also true. Nice how yes, there's definitely white privilege came with vague generalities. Oh, housing and stuff. Well, yeah, housing. You ever heard of redlining, dude? Yeah, dude, redlining. Housing. Shut up. This was actually very uplifting. Sanity is out there? How is this uplifting? Amazing, such eloquence. I swear these radical 60s baby boomers have raised and educated a fine... What? I swear these radical 60s baby boomers have raised and educated a fine generation of influential thinkers. Did you watch the same video we just watched? Will does have such an excellent job with these interviews. He has the perfect demeanor and temperament. I would have trouble being so kind to some of the kids he interviewed that have been brainwashed by the media and lefty professors. Nice. Good meme. I like how Will lets people reach their own truth with just asking the right questions. People from Florida tend to be smarter than people from California. Shut up. Alright, well that's it guys. Thank you everybody for joining.